Let's meet today's contestant. Player one. And now, here is the host of Jeopardy, Alex Trebek.
Thanks, Johnny. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. You look eager to get underway, so let's get right into it. And we have one daily double awaiting you in these categories. You picked a fine time. Literature, Steve Martin movies, board game history, historic London, and body basics. All right, let's get back into this. Player one has control of the board. Point the Wii remote at this colored part of the eye shares its name with a type of flower. Okay, player one, use the Wii remote or press the Right. Player one, you pick again, please. Pink, red, or purplish, a port wine stain is a large one of these, usually on the face or neck. Player one?
Yeah!
Right. We return to you, player one. Also called leukocytes, these blood cells defend the body against infection. It's player one. Yeah, good. Player one, back to you for our next selection. It's the Daily Double. And you have the lead. You need to select your wager. Okay, here is the clue. The dura mater is the outermost protective layer that covers the spinal cord and this organ. Ooh, sorry. Here's the response we were looking for. The brain. Player one, back to you. Unfortunately, high cholesterol can lead to atherosclerosis, in which these blood vessels become clogged. Yes, player one. Yes. Select again. You can visit several of these historic structures like Kensington and Buckingham. Let's hear it, player one. Correct. You get to pick again, player one. Regent's Park was a hunting ground for this 16th century king who never hunted without tiring 8 or 10 horses. Here's what we were looking for. Henry VIII. You again, player one. Famous men who orated at Hyde Park's Speaker's Corner include Friedrich Engels and this 1848 Engels co-author. Here's the correct response. Karl Marx. Player one, pick again. Arthur Wellesley, the first Duke of this, was known as a soldier, but had an eye for art, as you can see at Apsley House. We're talking about Wellington. Please pick again, player one. According to Shakespeare, these conflicts began with a confrontation in the Temple Gardens. Here's the correct response. The Wars of the Roses. We return to you, player one. Deion Sanders knows this term for the evening hours when the largest audience is available for TV. Okay, player one. Good. Yeah. Player one, back to you. Estimated at around 30 years, it's accepted as the average period between birth of parents and their offspring. Yes, player one. Yeah. Right you are. You get to pick again, player one. The time just before sunset or after sunrise on a movie set, or a former LA Lakers late-night talk show. It's player one. Oh, sorry. Here's what we wanted. Magic hour. Choose again, player 1. We had pleasant sensations learning about the era of this, which covered President Monroe's 2 terms. Player 1? That is correct. Player 1, pick again. This longest division of geologic time doesn't have a fixed period. In astronomy, it's 1 billion years. It's player 1. We're talking about an eon. Player 1, you pick again, please. His ship was wrecked off an island near South America. He remained alone on the island for 28 years. Yes, player 1. That's right. Way to go. You again, player 1. The Lilliputians called this Jonathan Swift character Quinbus Flestrin, which means Great Man Mountain. Here's what we wanted. Gulliver. Player 1, back to you for our next selection. In a Nathaniel Hawthorne tale, Thomas Maule built a house in Salem with 7 of these. Player 1? Yes. Please pick again, player 1. Tom Sawyer told this girl, "I don't care for anybody but you," then gave her a brass knob from an andiron. Okay, player 1. Good. Select again. The Ministry of Truth is Oceania's propaganda department in this Orwell classic. Here's the correct response. 1984. Player 1, back to you for our next selection. Steve Martin, Martin Short, and Chevy Chase were these title characters of a 1986 comedy. Let's hear it, player 1. That's it. Select again. In Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, Steve Martin told him, "Those aren't pillows." The correct response is John Candy. You get to pick again, player 1. This 1987 comedy in which Steve played Fire Chief C.D. Bales was based on Cyrano de Bergerac. Here's the correct response. Roxanne. Player 1, pick again. Steve Martin and Bonnie Hunt are the parents of an extremely large brood in this 2003 remake. Player 1? No, sorry. Here's what we were looking for. Cheaper by the dozen. We return to you, player 1. Queen Latifah wreaks havoc on the life of straight-laced lawyer Steve Martin in this 2003 comedy. Here's the response we were looking for. Bringing Down the House. Choose again, player 1. Charles Darrow created this game in the Depression while dreaming of fame, fortune, and his summers at the Jersey Shore. Yes, player 1. Good for you. You again, player 1. A game imported from India is called both Shoots and Snakes and These. Let's hear it, player 1. You got it. Player 1, you pick again, please. While out of work, Alfred Butts created this word game by mixing anagrams with crossword puzzles. It's player 1. Hey, you're right. Player 1, back to you. Hasbro says this game was invented by a wealthy couple while aboard their luxury boat. Okay, player 1. Yeah. Correct. And the last clue for $1,000. In the 1950s, Parker Brothers took a French game called Conquest of the World and turned it into this. Let's hear it, player 1. That's correct. The Double Jeopardy round will begin right after this. Categories for the Double Jeopardy round are Divide and Conquer, B+, Conductors, Religion, Medieval Europe, and Sports Legends. All right, if you're ready, it's Double Jeopardy time. 1,252 divided by 4 equals this. Okay, player one. You are correct. Please pick again, player one.
Woo-hoo!
Answer, one of the Daily Double. And you're in the lead now. Please enter your wager. Answer, this type of drug relaxes the smooth muscles in the airways, causing them to open. Yep. You get to pick again, player one. On CDs with Canada's National Arts Centre Orchestra, Pinchas Zuckerman conducts and plays this. Here's what we were looking for, the violin. Choose again, player one. Zen, a branch of this Asian religion, aims for satori, or enlightenment. It's player one. Yes. Please pick again, player one. This dynasty of Frankish kings ruled France from 751 to 987. We're talking about the Carolingian dynasty. You again, player one. Let's go to the Clue Crew for this next clue.
The Green Bay Packers maintain a replica of the office of this legendary coach known for his commitment to winning.
Here's the correct response. Vince Lombardi. Select again. In 1904, he became the first pitcher in the American League to throw a perfect game. An award is named for him. The correct response is Cy Young. Player one, back to you for our next selection. We're in love with the medieval French literary work called This of the Rose. Here's the response we were looking for. The Romance. Player one, you pick again, please. Answer, the second Daily Double. You are in first place. How much are you going to wager, player one? Here is your clue. Begin this act, part of penance, by saying, "Bless me, Father, for I have sinned." Then spill the beans. That is correct. Player one, pick again. An 1831 play by Pushkin recounts an alleged rivalry between Mozart and this composer. Player one? No. Here's what we wanted. Antonio Salieri. We return to you, player one, able to speak both Spanish and English. Yes, player one.
Yeah.
That's correct. Player one, back to you. 252 divided by 4 equals this. Okay, player one. That's it. You again, player one. From 1984 to 1992, Larry Bird, Michael Jordan, and this man won all the NBA's regular season MVP awards. Let's hear it, player one. Sorry, that's wrong. Here's the correct response. Magic Johnson. Player one, back to you. In the 1177 Peace of Venice, Frederick I, nicknamed this for his red beard, acknowledged Alexander III as Pope. Player one?
Yeah.
That's right. Way to go. Player one, pick again. This term for a Jewish house of worship comes from the Greek for meeting. It's player one.
Yeah.
Yep. Player one, you pick again, please. Willem Mengelberg and Edward van Beinum have been chief conductors of this city's Concertgebouw. Here's the correct response. Amsterdam. Player one, back to you for our next selection. It speaks to Moses in Exodus 3. Yes, player one.
Yeah.
Right you are. Select again. Negative 72 divided by negative 9 equals this. It's player one. That is correct. Choose again, player one. 121 divided by 11 equals this. Player one. Good. Please pick again, player one. It's 1 over par on a hole of golf. Okay, player one. No. Here's what we were looking for. A bogey. We return to you, player one. Marin Alsop made news in 2005 as the first one of these to lead a major American symphony orchestra. Yes, player one. That's correct. You get to pick again, player one. One of 3 major branches of Christianity. It originated in a 16th century Reformation. Let's hear it, player one.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. Player one, you pick again, please. St. Augustine established himself in this city as the first Archbishop of the English Church. The correct response is Canterbury. You get to pick again, player one. This 7-time Tour de France champ said the New York City Marathon was the hardest physical thing he'd ever done. Here's the response we were looking for. Lance Armstrong. Select again. Barry Bonds broke this man's home run record of 755. It's player one. No. We're talking about Hank Aaron. We return to you, player one. Here's Kelly.
Bodiam Castle in Sussex was built during the 100 Years' War to defend England from this foe.
Yes, player one.
Yeah.
Good for you. Choose again, player one. People of this religion call Christians and Jews, their fellow monotheists, al-Kitab, people of the book. Okay, player one. Hey, you're right. Player one, back to you for our next selection. In concert, Stokowski would dramatically toss these aside to show that he could conduct from memory. Player one.
Oh.
Nope. Sorry. Here's what we wanted. Scores. Player one, pick a shoeless. Let's hear it, player one. Yes. And we'll wrap up the board with this clue. It's 27 divided by 3. It's player one. You are correct. You will participate in Final Jeopardy right after this. Now, Final Jeopardy coming right up right now with this category. Poetry. So, what's your wager? $1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 119, 120, Each direction on the plus control pad represents a different response. Press a direction to select an answer. Now it's time for the final Jeopardy clue, and here it is. In a poem about this battle, Robert Browning wrote, "To Acropolis run Pheidippides, one race more." What did you say? Sorry, that incorrect response will drop your score by... Here's the correct response. Marathon.
Yeah!
You've come out ahead as our champion, Player One. Thanks for playing, everybody. See you next time.